Hi, Charles Cherney here, and in this video I wanted to share with you the neighborhood of Wellington-Harrington, that's a mouthful, in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So we're looking here at the map of Cambridge, Massachusetts. You can see the various named neighborhoods, and Wellington-Harrington is located in the eastern portion of the city of Cambridge. It borders on the neighborhood known as the Port and East Cambridge. So we see it here. It's a triangular shaped neighborhood wedged in between these two neighborhoods. And as we look at the city of Cambridge map that shows us Wellington-Harrington, we can see that it's bordered to the north by Somerville and to the east by the Boston and Albany Railroad, and to the south, if you will, by Hampshire Street. So it's a triangular shaped neighborhood. And it's mostly known for Inman Square, located in this corner of the triangle, which makes up the neighborhood. And at the opposite corner is the One Kendall Square office complex. The big green space that is found in the neighborhood is Donell Field, behind the Cambridge King Open School Complex. And the main drag that runs through the neighborhood is Cambridge Street. So that's Wellington-Harrington as seen on the map. It's home to some 7,000 residents, among them myself, where I've made my home for over 20 plus years as a Cambridge resident. So I know the neighborhood very well from my own experience. It's a densely populated neighborhood, and it's one of the more appealing neighborhoods in the city. So let's learn a little bit more about it. As mentioned, Inman Square anchors one corner of the Wellington-Harrington neighborhood, and I'll have links below that I have to videos just on Inman Square as a place, as the squares of Cambridge almost are neighborhoods unto themselves. So I'm going to allow you to explore Inman Square in the videos I've linked to below, but this is just a picture showing the main intersection of Inman Square, where Prospect Street and Hampshire Street meet. And it's a mix of restaurants, shops, services, and it's a bustling city center. So certainly when people think of Wellington-Harrington, they think of Inman Square, and it gives an identity to this neighborhood, and it's well worth exploring both through my videos and in person. I wanted, though, in this video to just share some additional locations and aspects to the neighborhood beyond Inman Square. And I wanted to start with the King Open School Complex. Pictured here, it includes the Cambridge Street Upper School, which is in fact a school for some 300 students in grades 6 through 8. In most parts of the country, grades 6 through 8 are what we think of as a middle school, but for whatever reason, it's called upper school here in Cambridge. And so the Cambridge Street Upper School is home to this group of students in grades 6 through 8. And they share the building with the King Open School, which serves some 300 plus students in grades pre-K through 5. So the two schools coexist in this building. And the building itself was completed after a major 2-year construction process that ran from about 2017 to 2019. And this beautiful big new building went up during this time. They were able to preserve the great tree out front, which is wonderful. And I think at the end of the day, the project cost in excess of $130 million to make this new complex. This is just another shot that shows the beautiful tree that was saved in creating the new building. They took down an older brick building and built this building larger in its place. And adjacent to it in the same complex is the Valente branch of the Cambridge Public Library. So the building's front Cambridge Street, you can see the glass curtain wall that is distinctive to the library. And so it's quite the complex. And I know the neighborhood's glad the construction is well done now, and the building is fully open and enjoyed by the students. This is just another shot that shows the glass curtain wall of the Valente branch adjacent to the school building. And of course, the students enjoy the library as well as local residents. This is one of the sculptures along one side of the library that was preserved in the renovation. And then behind the school is the Frisoli Youth Center off Willow Street, pictured here. So this complex includes a playground and this building for students. There's activities and a basketball court inside this building. And here's the playground out front. So this is just behind the school complex. And there are some restored sculptures of a cat and a dog next to the building, which is nice to see that the city restored them. Originally, the sculptures were installed in 2005, and then just this year, they were restored. Here's the the dog chasing the cat out front of the youth center. And then a second shot of a black dog looking out towards the playground between the youth center and the back of the school building. This just shows that playground area, which is nice for the kids to enjoy out back. And they've got a playground area as well. In addition, there is an outdoor basketball court, which was recently restored, and it's in good condition. You can see the lights because the lights are on at night for the basketball and the field. And there is a pool as well. This is the outdoor pool, also restored as part of the renovation of the school building. This is the Gold Star Mother Pool. And I only wish it was open more often. I guess that's part and parcel of my wish that we had better weather more often throughout the year. But here it is in summer season, open. I took this shot in the morning before everyone came out to enjoy it for the day. There are a couple of baseball diamonds in Donell Field behind the school. And, it's interesting. This shot shows one of those two ball fields, and you can see over the outfield fence some dog owners frolicking with their dogs, which is something local residents in the neighborhood do. It's interesting that this field, this large green field, Donell Field, is home to a couple of baseball diamonds and not ruled by soccer pitches and games, which is unusual. Obviously, in other parts of the city, you'll find soccer games going on, but at this field, baseball still rules the roost, and there's often a game going on here in the afternoon and evening in season, and even at night with the lights. You can see Donell Field here. So in addition to the baseball diamonds, there is this expansive green open space that people use to walk their dogs or have a picnic or a party, and it's well maintained by the city. This is the other ball diamond at Donell Field. And some of the athletic leagues use this at night for softball, baseball. And, it's well maintained and gets a lot of use. And then this shot just shows the lights on at night. I live nearby. I walk up here at night. It's kind of fun to go by Donell Field at night with the lights on. And it's nice that the city does this for residents to enjoy after dark. Another place to share in the neighborhood, and this is part of the One Kendall Square complex, is Malama Deli. This is a full-service Jewish deli, and I'm grateful that it survived the pandemic and is still with us. They did shift from having waiters and waitresses for table service to now you place your order and they deliver your food to you, and it's sort of more of a self-service style, but it's still going strong, and grateful it's still there, and you can both sit in and take out. They also have, as you can see here, some outdoor seating in season. So nice to have this Jewish deli in the neighborhood, and it's very popular, and it's a regular haunt for myself, and when my daughter's in town, we like to go together. This just shows the inside of Mamala's. You can sit at the bar or take a table or sit outside. Part of the same complex, if you will, One Kendall Square, is the Kendall Square Cinema. Pictured here is the entrance. And as you make your way down to the cinema, seen here in the distance in the photo, you go by Gracie's Ice Cream, which is a great place to get an ice cream or a drink. And the cinema itself has 9 screens. So it's your mix of independent films and foreign language cinema, restored classics, documentaries, and the occasional mainstream release. They serve beer and wine. It's well maintained, and it's just so nice that the neighborhood has this art house cinema complex and a nice repertory of films on offer. And it's just great. Love it. And it's a real resource for the neighborhood. I feel fortunate that I can walk to this cinema. That's a picture of me, speaking of walking, as I love to walk throughout the neighborhood and do so on a regular basis. And I just thought in closing in this video, just to give you a sense of the neighborhood, that I would just share some photos I've taken recently on my walks through the Wellington-Harrington neighborhood. This is a shot I took out on Cambridge Street, which is the main street where there are a number of shop services and restaurants, as well as residential addresses, including this brick building in restored condition. I love that it's called Ideal View. And I took this photo on a bright day at the end of the fall season. It just shows the distinctive architectural facade of this address. You know, there are a number of very lovely, well-maintained homes throughout the neighborhood. Here's one on Hampshire Street. And color is another aspect to homes in the neighborhood. This is also found on Hampshire Street. Some big, beautiful trees maintained by the city on the main streets and throughout the neighborhood. It's really nice to see. And there are some more antique homes restored and maintained by residents, which is really wonderful to see. This is just a delightful entrance. Love the color, the neighborhood care. And, you know, it's an interesting eclectic mix of architectural styles that define the neighborhood. This obviously taken in spring with the trees in bloom, and just underlines the element of fun and interest that define the neighborhood. Love this renovation in the classic New England style that is sort of timeless. Wonderful. Elements of color here at this address on Lincoln Street. Took this more recently on a fall walk. It's just wonderful to see the fall colors in the neighborhood, accenting and encompassing the architecture of Wellington-Harrington. What's not to love about this colorful entrance in the neighborhood? Just great. And, you know, the flowers and trees are a nice complement to the architecture. Love this red building on Windsor and the yellow flowers in front of it. Again, what's not to love about a purple house with a blue door? And this is a fun house in the neighborhood of Wellington-Harrington. My name is Charles Cherney. I am a top residential real estate agent here to help you buy the right home or sell for the best price, be it in the neighborhood of Wellington-Harrington or any of the other named neighborhoods of Cambridge or neighboring Somerville. I've been a top agent in both communities for the last 25 years, and I welcome the opportunity to connect with you and be of service, or simply answer your questions about the market, your home, and the community. Be in touch by text, telephone, or email if I can be of service to you in better understanding these communities. Be in touch. Take care.